Welcome to another installment of the United Way's Advancing the Common Good Community Impact Series. My name is Katie Gallagher and I'm the Marketing Specialist at the United Way of the Lewis and Clark area. We are really excited to have with us today two ladies from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Helena. With us today is Colleen Brady, the Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters, and also a volunteer with the organization, Kate Logsdon. So thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks, Kate.
So let's just get started. Can you tell us a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters, how long you've been in the Helena area, and what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Well, terrific. We've been in Helena since 1967. We were founded by a local diocesan priest at Carroll College who found the need to serve kids. And I think people are familiar with the name Big Brothers and Big Sisters, but they often don't realize what the program all entails. And it really is a two-part program. What we do is, first of all, in terms of our vision and our mission, we're here to really help kids achieve success in their life. And we do that by providing one-on-one mentoring relationships with adults, BIGs. They're called BIGs. And we work with children ages 6 through 14 primarily is our largest population of littles, kids. So we have a program that's a school-based program where the BIG will go actually to the child's school 1 day a week, usually during the kids' lunch period or whatever time they can work out with the school. And they spend about 40 minutes with the child, and they tutor, they play games, chess, ring toss, whatever, go out to recess. But the whole purpose of that time together is to provide a real consistent adult role model who will be there always for the child. Because sometimes the kids that we serve come from homes where a parent may be incarcerated, a single family home, a family that is just barely hanging on, or it's a family where they just want to have an additional adult. It all depends. But in most cases, they're kids who have been identified, usually by the school, as having some key indicators of potential risk in their lives. And we're there to help them get through that time period.
Yes.
So we do it at school-based program. Then we also have a program that's called the community-based program, and I think people are probably more familiar with that one. And that's where the adult BIG, or now we're really promoting couples as BIGs, can take the child and they can take them to the movies, they can take them skiing, fly fishing, baseball games, you know, the theater, whatever the interests are. The park with free things, the library, you know, simple things. But the whole point, again, is to provide a real stable, solid, affirming relationship with these kids to help them get through. And it's just very successful. We're the oldest, the largest, and the #1 mentoring program in the United States, and have been for quite some time.
Wow.
And we're database driven. In fact, we just ran the stats from January of 2013 to January of 2014, and I call it the 3 C's. We really measured this time competence, caring, and compassion to really see where the kids are. Oh, it's confidence, I'm sorry, it's not caring, compassion, same thing.
Same thing.
Okay, but anyway, in all of those areas, in those categories, every single child that's either in the school-based program or in the community-based program showed dramatic improvement based on the surveys that were given and received by the teacher or by the BIG. So it's very valid and it's very successful.
Yes, it definitely sounds like an impactful program to have here in the Helena area. So speaking of the areas that you serve, so you're the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Helena.
Right.
What area do you serve? Do you serve Lewis and Clark County, or is it the city of Helena?
It's primarily the city of Helena, but we have a satellite program in Boulder.
Okay.
So we serve Jefferson. It's actually an interesting school-based program in that we use high school students as the BIGs, and they are the BIGs to the littles in the grade school.
Okay.
We do the same thing here in Helena at Capitol High. Kelly Moran, for years, Kelly Moran teaches a service class. It's called Link Crew at Capitol High. And she has 24 kids this year. and they serve as the bigs to the kids at Kessler and at Fort Georgians.
Okay.
It is fabulous. Those little kids, they love those high school kids.
Yes.
And they really look up to them, and they get so much out of it, both the littles and the bigs, that it's just immeasurable, you know, and it's just such a great program.
So it sounds like there's a lot of different opportunities to get involved.
Absolutely.
To become a big. Can you talk a little bit more about the fun opportunity to become a big in the Helena?
Well, that's always the problem. We have more kids than we have bigs. Yes. We have 40 kids right now on the waiting list, and next year we're moving into the East Helena area as well, and into the North Valley in a much larger capacity. To become a big, first of all, just have to express interest, call our office or stop in our office down on 6th Avenue. But you have to go through quite a rigorous background check, but we have to because our kids' safety is the #1 most important thing to all of us. And we look at what you're interested in, what age group you might be interested in, if you're interested in a girl or a boy, little, if it's a couple match, whatever the case may be. And then we look at the interests of the little and what would be best for him or her. And we do a very intensive screening with the family as well and interview both parties. And then our case managers make the match. And it's really cool when you see the match.
Yeah.
It's just real, it gives you goosebumps when you see the match.
Definitely.
It's great. Yep.
So that's an ongoing program that you have. It's been a long-standing community program. I know you've been a partner agency of the United Way for years and years.
Yes.
One of our longtime partners. So you have these ongoing activities. But Kate, can you share a little bit more about any special events coming up? I was downtown Helena and I saw
Did you see some posters?
I saw a beautiful purple display actually.
Display?
Yes, in the building down there. So if you could give me a little bit more information about the upcoming Wine Crush.
Okay. There's two major fundraising programs that we do with the community through Big Brothers Big Sisters besides grants and those types of things, and one of them is Bowl for Kids' Sakes, which is going to be in the fall, and the other one is Wine Crush. Started by the generous George family of George's Distributing. They're our major sponsor. They provide a lot for it to even happen. And it's been, I don't know, 12 or 13 years ago. Colleen and I argue about how long it's been, and Mary would probably hurt me if I didn't know the answer to that right now. But we, on May 17th at the Civic Center, are going to have our Wine Crush. And our Wine Crush is kind of a different event than anybody else in town kind of does. It's somewhat of a walk-around event. We have a lot of wineries from out of town that come and pour their own wines. And then we have a lot of volunteers that also help us pour wines from George's, and their wineries are incredibly generous, and they donate magnums for auction and all those types of things. And so we've got all the wines to come try. We have commemorative glasses that we get one every year. This year, pretty kind of excited. We're going to have a small Belgian beer tasting table.
Okay.
We do serve beer at the bar for any husband who may not want to come or any wife who may not want to come because they don't drink wine. There is beer there. Last year, we started a Taste of Helena portion of it. So we have 9 caterers that are going to show their best for Helena. And everybody do something a little bit of a different bites for it, and you get to go around and try all the little bites from everybody else, and pretty much have a very large meal at the end of the day.
And an awful lot of wine.
And a lot of wine at the end of the evening. Reasons why we have things like cabs ride home, service, things like that.
Yes.
But it's a fundraiser that has continued to grow for us, and it's different and it's fun, and this Helena community supports us amazing when we come around and say, please, we need help to put this event on, because it's not inexpensive to put an event on. So the Helena community and what they do for us, and all of our ticket buyers, I mean, we really, truly appreciate them too. And it's just a fun one to come to. A little bit different.
Wine, food, and good times, a good cause.
Yeah,
definitely.
And a great band.
Yeah. So,
and a great auctioneer.
Oh yeah, we
best.
get Dean Folkford from Wheat, Montana. He's fabulous.
Yes.
So we limit our auction. Our auction's our live auction's fairly small, because we are kind of a walk around mingling event. And so it's not a sit down where everybody's sitting and focused. So we limit that to a small number. And so we try and get our best bang for our buck out of those things. And we have a large silent auction, which we've got some really fun, cool stuff this year that we're really excited about. So I just scored crosstown football tickets today for sideline passes. So I'm kind of excited about that one. So
perfect
for our silent auction.
So if any of the viewers out there are interested in coming to the event, or becoming a big, or becoming involved in Big Brothers and Big Sisters in another way, Where can they find more information?
If they're interested in the program, they can go online, www. I always have to count off all the bigs. The BBBS
Okay.
Helena.org.
Okay.
Or we have a Wine Crush website. It's www.winecrushofhelena.org.
That
and
is
you can
easy.
purchase your tickets on that website too. We do have a discounted tickets for a package of 8 or more tickets purchased. So you kind of get on and look for what you're looking for, and you'll find out.
Get
if
7
it's
of your
right.
closest friends and come on out. It's a great
Yes.
time.
Yeah, very
Well,
much
thank you
so.
guys for joining us today. Again, all the viewers out there, please join us at the Wine Crush. It sounds like an awesome community event and a great time with good people. So on behalf of the United Way of the Lewis and Clark area, thank you for joining us, and thank you for all that you do in the community.